Good afternoon. This afternoon I'd like to take a minute and talk about intestinal parasites, the most disgusting little things you'll ever see in your dog's poop or your cat's poop. There are 4 main intestinal parasites that we see in this area that are worms. Roundworms are ones that you'll actually see, and they look like spaghetti, curled up spaghetti in your dog or cat's feces. And those can be transmitted to people. We especially worry about that in kids. Hookworms are one that you will never see, but also can be transmitted to people, especially kids, and it actually gets transmitted through your feet. So if you're letting your kids run around your backyard and there's dog poop out there, not a good idea. So let's make sure you pick up after your pets. Hookworms and roundworms, and then another kind is called whipworms. Those are another one you won't see in the stool. Those 3 can cause major intestinal upset, vomiting, diarrhea, weight loss, lethargic, just really sick dogs. And all of those parasites can be prevented by giving a monthly heartworm prevention. Heartworms prevention also controls roundworms and hookworms, and some like Trifexis controls roundworms, hookworms, and whipworms, so that's a great product. All of those worms definitely can cause intestinal disease. A 4th worm that is really gross and you do see is called tapeworm. Tapeworms oftentimes look like little pieces of moving rice. They sometimes get stuck to the hair around the rectum, or sometimes you'll see them on the stool. Sometimes they look longer, like a ribbon. Tapeworms, there's common lore about someone that's really skinny having a tapeworm. Tapeworms really don't cause a lot of disease in dogs and cats, but they're just gross. The most common way that dogs get and cats get tapeworms is from fleas. It goes through part of their life cycle in the flea. They can also get them from eating small rodents like rabbits or mice. So that's also a possibility. If your dog's out there and eating some dead stuff, it could get it that way. So if you see tapeworms come in, we've got a pill that we can get you to get rid of those little bad guys. We'll definitely talk about whether fleas are a part of the life cycle. But the roundworms, hookworms, and whipworms, those are the reasons that we recommend an annual fecal exam. And at my office, we always ask people to bring in a stool sample instead of me getting a stool sample from the dog at the office, because that involves an unpleasant experience for the dog. So we just try to avoid that at all possible. We don't want them to not want to come through the door because of something that unpleasant that might happen. So if you can pick up a stool sample, the best way to get a stool sample is with a simple Ziploc sandwich bag. Turn it inside out, put your hand in the Ziploc bag, and pick up the poop, pull it back out, Ziploc it, throw it in a Walmart sack, that we don't have to look at it, and bring it into us. And we'll get that looked at, and if we've got any problems, it's a pretty simple matter of treating intestinal parasites, unlike heartworms, which is a big deal. Intestinal parasites, an ounce of prevention worth a pound of cure. I've seen many dogs in my office that had to be hospitalized, overnight stays, $200–300 for a simple intestinal parasite problem. So I just want everybody to think about intestinal parasites and poop. Bring us a poop sample. Thanks.